Today's topic was about how you upskill talent and talking about UPS's new leadership model, which we're really excited about, and how we assess talent against that new leadership model, and then took it a step further and said, what is available learning that matches some of the skills that people need to develop in the future, and how can we make it really easy for them to access that content? Well, what we did was we challenged one of the partners that we have for leadership assessment content, and we said, it's great that you have your standard reports on different dimensions of leadership, but can you customize it and tell us where people would fall on a proficiency scale for the leadership traits that are important to us as UPS? Then we challenged our vendor that does content and said, okay, so given these deficiencies, what do you recommend as some content? But the beauty of this is, from the employee experience standpoint, it's a single click through and everything is seamless. Because as we know, in any of these clickbait type of scenarios today, the more opportunity that you have that forces people to stop and go figure out what their login is, you're going to lose them. And so trying to find a way that we could seamlessly get people from here, which is what is the areas you need to improve, to here, which is, and here's how you can, and here's how you can click through, it makes that adoption so much richer and so much more plausible. I would say that a huge challenge for UPS is just the sheer scale and the different personas that exist within our company. So we have people who are frontline, we have people that handle packages, we have people that are professionals, we have accountants and engineers of all different types, physical engineers, computer engineers, sustainable engineers, facilities and construction, healthcare workers. So one of our greatest challenges is to make sure that in everything we do, we're not so vanilla and we're not so painting everybody with the same brush, and that we're able to attract and offer a lot of different choices for people to reflect the workforce we have. I think it was a necessity in places where it could be. But in a company that has a physical component of moving packages, we saw that there was this have and have not situation where the people who were on our front line, who are so critical, they are essential workers. They had to be at work. And so for the people that were in different types of roles where they could work remotely, there was definitely a little bit of conflict between, why is it that you get to stay home and I have to come in? So in terms of our company right now, we do believe that the human connection is the best way to learn and to forge meaningful relationships with people. So what we've seen is, while we did have more remote work, we're not making that a full-scale, everyone must come in all the time. So now we're just looking at a hybrid approach where it makes sense. I've seen that sometimes it's not the meeting that you're in, it's the hallway conversation where the decisions get made. And so if you're not there, you really don't understand the full scope, and you can't see by video the reaction, and you can't sense the alliances that different people have that you may need to influence. So without that ability to look people in the eye and see their full body posture and to see those connections afterwards, I do think that especially for people who are early in career, they're going to miss the opportunity to be seen. I think it's really important for them to hear the stories and forge those informal relationships, which sometimes are the differentiator when you're trying to get a project through or you're trying to influence somebody. It's not necessarily that you met them two-dimensionally on a video chat. It's because maybe you saw them in the cafe and had a nicer conversation.